Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, talking fishing. If it's facts about fishing that you want to know, then tune in, folks, cause this is the show. We'll show you all the right bait to use, so sit right back, you got nothing to lose. Doesn't really matter if it's trout or carp, flathead, marlin or a gummy shark. Listen to the guys and you can't go wrong. They'll be talking about fishing till the cows come home. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And welcome everyone to Talking Fishing. Big show coming your way tonight as always. Adam has gone AWOL on us tonight. Actually, he's at his daughter's netball presentation. So good on you, mate, for sticking by the family and giving up talking fishing for the night. Anyway, big show he's going to miss. But tonight, Trelly.
Yep.
We're talking all about marine safety later on. But
something I'll probably need educating on.
You need some education, right? But I was up at Mansfield for the trout conference on the weekend, and is Lake Eildon going off? Like the yellow belly coming in, the cod coming in, the trout in the rivers. What a place to be this time of year.
Yeah, everything's sort of like colliding at the one time. Isn't it? It's like you've got all those species that you say, the trout, the yellow belly, and the cod. So it's going really good up there.
Really good. It's an exciting place to be, and everyone was talking fishing up there, and particularly a great trout conference. That just the guest speakers, the knowledge that was at that conference was unbelievable. Let alone the Mansfield Open was on tennis competition. I come second on the weekend. So.
Second, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's only two of us in it, but anyway, it's.
I was going to mention that, but yeah.
It was a big thing. Tonight's show, we are very lucky to have the Director of Maritime Safety Victoria, Cameron Toy. I've said Marine Safety Victoria a million times in my life, but Maritime Safety Victoria. Welcome, Cam.
Right. Thank you very much, David. Great to be here.
Big show. You announced something last Thursday, which is a new app.
Correct. Yeah, that's
and I reckon... from a boating point of view and electronics point of view, this is bigger than Ben-Hur.
Yeah.
People have willy weather, they have sea breeze, they have all these things. Then there's a webcam at Paddo, so you need another website for that. Then there's
Weather AU.
All that. There's so many things.
Cameras.
You guys have launched an app that brings that all together.
Correct. And does it better than all of those put together, I'm going to say.
It's got it's got a little bit behind it, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
You've obviously you didn't create this overnight.
No, correct.
It's,
many years of really dedicated, passionate boaters have developed this. It's fantastic. Yeah, we're really happy with it.
Maritime Safety Victoria, you've got a fair responsibility.
Yeah, we do.
Boating numbers are growing. Jet skis are growing.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Deaths on the water aren't particularly that great. You've got a fair responsibility with all that.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, so as an organisation, we're responsible for, I guess, regulating all types of boating activity on all Victorian waters. So from any type of recreational craft right through to foreign flag shipping that comes in through Port of Melbourne.
Yeah.
So we have a stake sort of in all aspects of making sure that that's done safely. But also, it's not just about that either. It's about promoting boating, working with other government agencies like Better Boating,
VFA, which is big on fishing. And so, and the app, we're going to delve into it later, but it just brings everything together, including those agencies. So more about that soon. But folks, let's have a look at what's been caught by the people at home, because we always want to show that. It's time for Catch of the Week.
Catch of the Week, brought to you by Shimano.
Cam, do you fish?
I haven't wet a line since I've returned to Melbourne from North Queensland 10 years ago. So
Did you fish in North Queensland?
I was a fishing fanatic.
Where were you up there?
Townsville, Port Douglas.
Oh, well, you can't not fish if you live in a town like that.
Absolutely.
So, well, we'll just make you jealous with the next 9 or 10 photos. Have a look at this. Elizabeth Island was a hot spot last week. And Michael Rushford got out there an 8.46 kilo snapper. That's good in anyone's books, isn't it?
That's a ripper.
That's a nice fish.
Yep.
A couple of good fillets on there wouldn't fit in the fry pan trolley.
No. Well, mine they would.
Now, this is, you could almost Photoshop your head onto the next photo, Charlie. If you went calamari fishing, this would probably happen to you. Let's have a look. Brian Wright.
Oh, look at
That
that.
would probably happen to you.
No, I know.
Charlie?
Yep, I reckon
He's,
Yellow Belly done that to me once.
A what?
Yellow Belly.
A yellow belly.
I reckon
Yeah,
he
well,
done it too,
no,
honestly.
Brian's a regular in the shop, and
Yeah.
he got inked.
That's a crazy.
He did, didn't he?
In a great, like, and I don't think you can get inked much better.
But
Sometimes
it
it's off.
should have a little thing on the bottom, picture taken by, because he probably, was the result of, like pointing the calamari at his
That's something. Yeah. No, that's good. Let's head over into Port Phillip Bay, which I think's been probably a lot more productive than Westerport this time of year. Steve Castrati, a lovely snapper off Rye. Well done, Steve. That's don't know the size of that, but that's a
Another
pretty
nice
good
snapper.
fish.
That's right, yeah,
Yeah.
very good. Calm conditions in the background, not too bad.
Yeah, finally had some of them, although it's gone pear-shaped
Yeah,
again.
I know.
And wearing his life jacket too. might
Yeah,
add.
it's
That's-
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
That's-
you were going to be on this week.
Young Logan Vesey, have a look at this. King George whiting off Campbell's Cove. Now, obviously, he's back on land there, but a couple of stonking whiter. That's over near Werribee. A couple of stonking whiting.
Yep.
Whiting,
They're still going. It's-
I don't want to talk shop too much, right?
Yeah.
But I had a look at some reports today. We sold more pippies than pilchards last weekend in
yeah,
the
that's
shop.
the thing.
The
Yeah.
whiting are just on fire.
Yeah.
And I know what I'd rather eat.
Oh, every time, yeah.
King George whiting, but just amazing the whiting fishery got at the moment. It's really good. Point Cook, have a look at this. David Bish, a lovely gummy shark. And the gummy sharks seem to be widespread throughout the bay.
Yeah, and there's getting some big ones too. Yeah, some nice ones. Last week we had a lot of gummy sharks on.
Yeah, spread
So,
right throughout
yeah.
Port Phillip Bay.
Yeah, good eating.
Another big snapper taken off Williamstown this week, Tony Spinelli. Have a look at that for a fish.
There's been some rippers caught, hasn't there? Like some
Yeah.
big snapper in the last week. It's sort of almost like what was supposed to happen at Melbourne Cup weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's sort of happening now. It's a
Well,
little bit late.
I was talking to someone today that was saying that the water temperature
Yep.
is probably 6 weeks behind last year, which
right.
I reckon is a concern for you guys because while it's still 16, you don't last that long if you go
correct.
into the water.
That's
and,
right.
and I know you guys, we're going to get Marty on the show and get the I Love Marty hashtag going back on, but we will
boy.
get Marty back on because he talks, passionately about be prepared,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
is it remember the 5 or
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like
know the
that? You know,
5,
so
yeah. Yep.
know the 5 because 16 degrees is still, it's too cold
Absolutely,
to swim in.
yeah.
You're not going to last more than a couple hundred metres probably.
Yeah,
So
correct. Especially
yeah.
if you go in unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Fully clothed.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We may see the big snapper bite, I reckon, around Christmas maybe.
Yeah, I reckon right. It's starting now.
It's nowhere near 18 yet. It's still
No, but they're starting. They're starting to crack it now, aren't they?
getting yelled in the ear. Let's have a look at young Owen, a lovely snapper off Mornington. Well done, Owen. Great fish, fresh looking fish, blue spots,
It's
lovely
like an angry
colours.
fish, doesn't it? That one.
Yeah.
He's happy.
Let's head off down to Torquay, the estuary at the back of Torquay there. Have a look there for a stonking brim by Deborah Strait.
Yep. Nice fish.
Nice fish.
Yeah.
Oh. And lucky last, these 2 young men just outdid everybody up at Mansfield on the weekend. Have a look at this. This is, that's Billy.
Yep.
And Matt will be in the next shot. These boys, they arrived up to the trout conference with Billy's dad, Martin August, and they got 11 trout in the Delatide on Friday afternoon.
Yeah, right.
And
And what we
then-
did last time.
Well, I went out with a few people on Saturday morning, and I saw a trout. That was
I know it's a little
And
spinner he was using, which is
someone else saw 3, but that's
they?
all we. Yeah, no fish. These boys went out again Saturday afternoon, got another 7.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Absolute
Yep. I know
great.
it's the lure he's using, which is one of those just
spinners.
basic little lures. You can spinners, you can
Yeah.
work them all day.
Yeah, exactly.
stuff.
Yeah. If you'd like to send in a pic of your catch of the week, this is what you have to do.
If you want to be like me and have your photo on TV, email your fishing pic to info@ifish.com.au. Go Pies!
Yeah, I wanna go fishing.
Now, just before we go to the break, get on your mobile phone or your iPad if it's in front of you, sitting on the couch, and search for the Boating Vic app because we're going to delve into it after the break. We need you to get the Boating Vic app. We're going to go through it anyway, screenshots, all that sort of stuff. But if you can do it during the break, get the Boating Vic app. And coming up next, we're going to delve into it, have a look at some of its functions. Next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
We know what you'd rather be doing.
We know what you've really got in mind.
We know you'd rather be out fishing. And today's the day you're gonna wear the line. 'Cause every day's a good day.
Stop wishing.
Every day's a chance to drift away. Drift away.
Every day's a good day for fishing. See you down at Tackle World today.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing.
And welcome everyone back to Talking Fishing. A few segments missing tonight because we've got a lot to talk about. We are joined by the Director of Maritime Safety Victoria, Cameron Toy. Trelly,
Yep.
You're up to speed on all this marine safety stuff too.
Absolutely.
So let's get into it. Before the ad break, I said get the Boating Vic app. If you're having trouble downloading on an Android, I'm looking at the experts we have sitting in the corner here. You can get onto the Maritime Safety Facebook page. There's a link on there because the search function's not that great for an Android, but easy to get. If I can get it, and Trelly got it.
I got it today.
You got it, Cam?
Yep.
For a iPhone.
Yeah,
absolutely got it.
iPhone was easy. So let's have a look at the app, and I guess the main features. What's it all about?
So I guess Boating Vic is a tool that brings together all of the information that we think boaters need, based on discussions with them over the years, to prepare for a trip.
Yep.
Plan for a trip and also to stay safe while they're out there.
Yeah.
So it's bringing together a really good weather offering. It obviously the selling point for it is obviously the cameras, the webcams.
We might have a look at the front, the home page. Sorry, we'll get a screenshot of that. So pretty basic home page.
And we think it's pretty special.
Well, it is. But when I say basic, the first thing people are probably going to do, is go, bang, I'm just going to type my favourite ramp.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about.
And one of the things is you can log in too. So you can actually create your profile.
Correct.
Can't you?
Yeah. So what we would encourage people to do, firstly, obviously, is to download the app and use
sign
it.
up.
But we want people to sign up and subscribe. And the reason for that is there's a couple of positives for that for your listeners. It's they're able to choose the type of boating activity that they prefer.
Yep.
And what that means is that all of the information that is available to you will only be relevant to the type of boating that you enjoy. So if you're a fisher and you couldn't care less about towed water sports, you'll only you nominate that. You'll only get information relevant to fishing.
Yeah, okay. So across the top, you've got home page. You've also got Ramp Finder, which will show a screenshot of this. So the next screen, if we can, boys, is Ramp Finder. And how many ramps are there in Victoria?
We stopped counting at around about 500.
Yeah.
But, we've identified on the website or on the app is 400 locations for about 450 ramps.
Yeah. Now, if you had the app and you were looking at that, I know this is a screenshot there. There's a whole lot of blue dots. There's actually 400 blue dots there, and obviously listed on the left-hand side of your screen in alphabetical order. But if you were to zoom in on that map, you can actually search by map. You can do all that sort of stuff, and which is pretty good. Then there's also the next screen, which is the Knowledge Hub, and the Knowledge Hub opens up a whole lot of information, doesn't it?
That's right, yeah. Not only maritime safety related, but down the bottom of the screen there you'll see some tabs there relating to various different things. Obviously, weather, rules and regulations, fisheries, personal watercraft specific information. So it speaks for itself. You go there and you'll find information based on that. And that information's derived from our content publishing partners. So fisheries actually push information from their website to this.
So in the past, all these things would have been separate websites.
Correct.
You've just got to, and you might be lucky to come across some of them.
Exactly.
If you knew the website, or if you didn't, you might not come across any of them for quite some time.
Ours is a great example of that. Who wants to be trawling through a government corporate website?
Not me.
Looking for safety. Looking for information that you need. So,
You just need to know boat ramp, bottle shop. Just the basic information. Gets you in the spot, don't you really?
Trelly?
Yep.
I don't think there's a bottle shop tab.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
There's not a bottle shop tab.
No
but let's have a look a little bit more in that Knowledge Hub. if we have a look at the screenshot of this, and next one, boys, and yeah, that's good. And some of the stuff here you've got, like this is the weather, so you can get a whole lot of information about the weather. Now we'll talk about, you can drill down to weather specific later on certain boat ramps, but you can even get water storage levels, water level maps, interactive maps, METI.
Yep.
You know much about that?
Yeah, a little bit about that, but but the water storage levels, for example, that comes directly from Gold Murray Water.
Yeah.
So they will that'll direct you to their website and give you the water
So
levels
if you were
for
to,
Lake Eildon.
I'm going to ask you a technical question here.
Sure.
If you were to log in and your favourite ramps, your home ramps, Eildon or something like that, is that going to give you that more often than not? Compared to, say, water sports, or is that too technical?
No,
questions?
correct. Yeah, no.
So it'll steer
only
towards
get
the things that you like.
You won't get water sports related information.
Yeah.
And then we've got like Eildon, you've got like a high water level ramp.
Yep,
and then a low water level ramp.
That's right.
So depending on the percentage of the actual, say, Lake Eildon, it directs you to or tells you which ramp.
Which ramps are open, relative to the level of the water.
Yes,
correct.
That's good.
Yeah. If you were to click on the rules and regulations tab, then it'll look like this. And look at all the information there. So there's links, if you can see down the very bottom left hand, port information, so that delves into port. There's guides for inland waters, the picture of the houseboat there. A whole lot of stuff. Towed sport safety. What are my safety duties? So it is a knowledge hub.
It's all there. It's all right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It speaks for itself. And as you say, it's very diverse. So it talks about anything to do with, for example, you'll be able to get in there, get information about the shipping channels, Port of Melbourne Steer Clear campaign, the importance of getting out of the way of those big ships that run you over, right down to, as you say, guides for inland waterways. If you want to head up to Eildon for a weekend away on a houseboat.
Yeah. All right, so pretty comprehensive information. How long did this all put together? Time to take to put it together?
I'm going to say 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, 5 years from inception, from when it was first born. Yeah. No, it's an incredible amount of time. Yeah,
I reckon you guys kept it pretty secret. Like in the development of it, to launch something like this and go, oh, it's here. You go, I sit back.
Where did that come from?
I sit back and go, it's an amazing bit of work.
I can imagine, you're sitting around a table and you come up with the idea and the whole thing's sort of taking place, and then you get to a point and someone says, hey, what about so-and-so? You go, oh, God, that's a good idea.
That's exactly how it happened.
Another bottle of red wine like David had, like, oh, what about this idea? And just collate, and that would add more pressure, or not much pressure, but information, input. And
absolutely.
Absolutely. Good.
I won't name him because he's embarrassed enough about the accolades that he's received for this, but he's sitting in the corner over there. But Matt is he's the brainchild of this, and he's a boater, very passionate boater. He's been with the organisation longer than I have. Knows the stakeholders inside
and what
out.
the stakeholders should have.
And we think we've made a pretty good assumption of what they need. We're not here to tell anyone that we've got this 100% right and that this is what we think you should have. We think that this is actually what people want. And the feedback that we're getting has demonstrated that we're pretty well on the mark.
Feedback's a very good thing. There's sections of this as people navigate. We're going to drill down into some of the boat ramps later on, but there's this links to all the webcams, which we're going to go into later. But there's photos of. I haven't found a boat ramp that you haven't got a photo of.
Yeah, correct.
But then there's also, I think every boat ramp also has a photo of a car park, and there's quite a lot of regional ones that goes, we haven't got the photo, can you send it in to us if you're there?
Yeah.
So you want people to contribute to the building of this.
Absolutely, we do, absolutely.
That could be dangerous.
It could be. I can imagine the type of photos we're going to be getting. No.
You guys should collect that information. Do it like a bloopers reel at the end of the year or something.
Well, as you said, we'll come back in 12 months' time and we'll share all that info with you.
But people, I guess, have got to realise it's a bit of a
it's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
Absolutely.
It's a wealth of information, but there's little bits that people can contribute to, and I guess if you want people to sign up register themselves. They'll answer some questions about themselves, and then contribute to making it a bigger and better thing. So
there's a website. There's an email address on the contacts page on there if anyone's got any feedback on it or they want to share a photo an up-to-date photo. Because realising that, as you can see on that map, there's 450 different locations throughout the state. We've had to validate all of the information that's on our on the app. Now that was a massive task. But some of the photos are out of date. Absolutely, we get that.
I just looked up Bendigo.
Right.
No boat ramps.
Yeah, no.
Don't take your boat there.
But I looked up Epilogue. That's exactly. Don't go there. But I looked up Epilogue, and there was quite a few around Epilogue, which is really good. So you probably got to be a little bit more specific.
Well, Charlie, we're going to delve into this, but you're going to realise that there's more boat ramps than you ever knew that were there. So, and lucky last. So let's go back to the ramp finder, and we'll get that slide up here. So. That's like we said, it's an interactive map. After the break coming up, we're actually going to plug something in there and show you, the people at home, just what it looks like when you delve into one ramp. But you can imagine you can type in all sorts in there. You can type in towns. You can type in a boat ramp that's your favourite. You are going to be blown away by some of this information. So coming up next, we're going to delve into that, and we might pick Patterson Lakes.
Starting right now.
We'll start at Patterson Lakes. Next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
Good morning, spotters. Stephanie speaking.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing.
There you go, an ad break without us talking to a blank screen and telling our stories. Luckily, we didn't swear again. I just said,
Thanks, Heidi.
I said, Travis, Ben, everyone's telling us. We do have some things. You know, it's live TV. Just telling Cam we'll never make that mistake again, and we just did. So no, it's all good. All right, let's delve in. We're joined here by Cameron Toy, who is the Director of Maritime Safety Victoria. There's been a new app that's been launched called Boating Vic. If you haven't got it, get on your phone while you're sitting there on the couch watching Talking Fishing. Get on it, Boating Vic, either on iPhones, Androids, all that sort of stuff. If you're having trouble with an Android getting it, get onto the Maritime Safety Victoria social media page. There's a link on there that goes direct to get it. So, all right.
Downloads in about 10 seconds.
Does it? That quick?
That's really quick.
There you go. All right, so we were talking about Ramp Finder, which I think is probably going to be the most popular part of the thing. And I guess one of the things you talked about was this is a really good tool for trip preparation. So now people probably know Patterson River, but if you were travelling out to the country, you've never been to a place, you can really drill down into boat ramps and all the information. But let's kick it off with Patterson River. Let's have a look at the slide that you would get. If you typed in Patterson River, this is what you're going to get. So you get Ramp 1. Now, I reckon on our social media today, the biggest question was, are you guys going to turn back on the webcams?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of turning them back on. It's a matter of installing. Well, we have this one on, and we need to install some more infrastructure.
Yeah. So how many webcams were there that you tapped into now?
I think there were six, seven.
Yeah.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
Maybe 7.
Yeah. And
you're talking about the existing ones. Yeah. So there's seven existing fisheries cameras that we upgraded and turned them back on Thursday. Yeah.
Now,
talking existing.
Are you serious when you say that these webcams have the ability to count how many boats were launched?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah. It's amazing technology. Yeah. So the cameras have the ability to identify where a vessel is launched at a ramp. It can distinguish between a vessel backing down the ramp and and a dog running in front of it or a
Really?
tree moving. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And for the future of webcams, how many more do you think you'll roll out?
There's another 22 planned for the next 6 months. We're hoping that they'll be installed by the end of June next year. Pretty much giving us coverage at all ramps around Port Phillip Bay and Western Port.
Yep. So there you can see on the screen we were just showing there before. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different shots. You can click on those if you're at Patterson River. Now, if you scroll down on your phone, now obviously I've taken these shots off a computer just so we get a wider shot, better for TV. But
just that picture of the car park. I mean, I know Dave goes missing every now and again on his way home from a venue where Fee's got to ring up local authorities, look for him. So you could probably take a look at that camera and go, well, his car's still parked at the parking ramp almost, couldn't you?
Well, you could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. If you knew where you parked.
That's right.
That's right.
Not quite what it was built for, but
that's right.
Spin-offs.
All right, so if you scroll down, let's have a look at some of the weather functions on this. So where does your weather come from, information?
A bomb, directly from bomb,
So you got live at a certain stage and then prediction for the rest of the day.
Correct, yeah.
And also on there you can see there's a wind and a temperature tab, so you can do that. The other thing is weather alerts, and I'm not sure, like I'm old, right? And back in the day, 3MP used to have a red alert or a blue alert, if anyone can ever remember back then, and weather alerts are something, I don't reckon that they're broadcast that well these days.
No, they're not.
So this brings it back, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's specific. It's not generalised, and what it will do is obviously identify the weather warning for the particular location. So, as we were talking about earlier this evening, a lot of people don't know what district they're in, what bomb district they're in. So they can't match the weather warning to where they are or where they're going to be. So
if you scroll down one more, next one, you'll see a bit more information. So drilling down into that area where chance of showers, wind summaries, seas, and then also your sunrise, sunset.
Tide times.
And first light and last light's an important thing. Like, we were going trout fishing on the weekend and we said, let's get up and be on the water by 6. But like first light was actually well before 6, and like here you can see, and this is from today, sunrise was 5:54, but first light's 5:23. If you want to be out in the water early,
it should be
5:23.
Yep.
If you don't.
No good.
No good. I did get up early in the morning.
That's right.
Set my alarm for 5:30. Luckily, I was awake at 5:20 because I'd set it for 5:30 p.m. So would have let everyone down. But anyway,
and recognising that fishers are probably going to be the biggest user of this. We've tried to cater for them, by providing that information. Tide times.
But there's so many sites you can get this from.
Correct.
This is going to be accurate.
We don't want people to go there. We want them to come here.
But a spin-off with this too is like, you might be in the bay and you can say, look, there's going to be a storm coming on, and you say it's site specific, so which is really good. But up where we are, say in the Eildon, we can sneak around an arm and things like that. That's when the fish come on.
Yeah, right.
Your real drop in barometer, or you're raising barometer, or you might be bank fishing on the Goulburn. And so that's when you probably look at that and you think, oh, it's going to be disaster in the bay, or there's coming through. Hey, that's when I'm going to go fishing.
Land-based,
So it can use it for a couple of different ways.
And we want people to use it when they're out on the water. Like we know most people will check the weather before they go, which is great. But our research tells us that about half of boaters and about 85% of paddlers don't check the weather afterwards. This allows them to jump on, have a look, see what they see a band of crappy weather coming over the horizon. What's it doing? Should I make a beeline for the boat ramp now? They can jump on, have a look at the boat ramp, see what the traffic's doing at the boat ramp.
All right, let's keep flying through. The next, if you were to scroll down for Patterson River, the next thing, notice to mariners. Now, I'll tell you what, if any boater knew how to get a notice to mariners in the past, I'd go he, because you need to be on probably Port of Melbourne authorities. Who's going to go on there? This actually brings it under here, and if you clicked on that one, you would see that they're dredging at the mouth of Patterson River right now.
Important information.
Absolutely. There's a map. Let's keep going through this. The map. Then underneath that, facility information. So you can see, is there overhead power lines? Is there a payable fee? I'll tell you what, if you've got yes against one of them, the Premier's going to have a chat to you about your app.
Yeah, shouldn't be any of those.
There should be no, and I reckon you could almost scrap that. There should not. Oh no, there is. St Kilda,
some private ones.
Martha
Private
Cove.
ones.
Yeah, there is a couple. There you go.
Yeah.
So I might check on them to see if they say yes tomorrow.
We'll add to that. The idea there is to, as information comes in, we'll add the functionality and the facility.
If the Bayside Council try to sneak a fee in, you can type yes in there just to stop people going there. And then available amenities, bins, toilets, is there a barbecue, that sort of stuff. And the other thing is the facility manager. So if there's a problem with the ramp, this actually gives you some information around who could you report that to.
Right.
It's not you guys.
No.
It's not the VFA. It's not Better Boating Victoria, and they're hounded at the moment. So.
And that's really important information for people to know.
And for ladies too, go fishing or a toilet when I get off the water.
Stuff. All right, now that's Patterson River, nice and easy. If you were planning a trip, going away for the Melbourne Cup weekend or whatever, if you typed into Ramp Finder the word Paynesville, let's have a look what would happen. You then get a map. And I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's probably 20 boat ramps in the vicinity of Paynesville. Now, I know there's only half a dozen around Paynesville, but it just gives you a really good... And you can actually click on one of those and drill down and get all that information like we just showed of Patterson Lakes. And then on your left-hand side, you also get some further information. Now, if you typed in the word Eildon, this is what would happen. Yep, there you go. Eildon. So again, this map now on your phone, I think it actually shrinks that map a little bit. On the, I had a big widescreen computer when I was doing this today. So, but the actual map of Eildon, look how many boat ramps there are. Yeah, and again, you can drill down and really get some great information.
Yeah. Well, you might be looking at say Eildon, and you say, well, I had him planned to go there, but there's a boat ramp. It's actually closer.
That's right.
Yeah. Or do I turn off to Eildon or do I go through to Bonnie Doon?
Yeah, exactly.
Is there boat ramps there?
Or there's one that's more suitable for my type of boat.
Yeah. And I mean, I've clicked on a few and there's great photos on there. So no, really good stuff.
I want people to do that for the state. Like if you broaden the state map, it's mind blowing the amount of boat ramps that are available. And we're hoping that this will open up, waterways that people haven't previously visited.
There you go. Good stuff. The app. Coming up next, Kramer's Mailbag. We've got a couple we're going to need to get through and plenty more discussion with Cameron Toy from Maritime Safety Victoria next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
We know what you'd rather be doing.
We know what you've really got in mind.
We know you'd rather be out fishing. And today's the day you're gonna wet a line. 'Cause every day's a good day.
Stop wishing.
Every day's a chance to drift away. Drift away.
Every day's a good day for fishing. See you down at Tackle World today.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing.
A little bit of mailbag to get through before we get back into Cam and his app and all the other stuff that we want to talk about. This one is from Jim. Jim writes, on Saturday I sent you a pic of a fantastic mulloway I caught near T16, which is a marker of the transit lane up near Melbourne,
right.
Cam.
Yep. Northern part of the bay.
It was tagged, so we got all her details and released her to continue her journey. Have a look at this for a photo. Since I sent in that pic, I found out some more info, which is very interesting. She was caught and tagged back in 2017. Now, this is a 120 centimetre fish, weighing 18 to 20 kilos, right? But from the tag, let's have a look at the next photo. And this one here shows she was caught and tagged on the 7th of December 17 in the Patterson River, and at that stage was 95.5 centimetres. So in 2 years, She's grown 24.5 centimetres to 120, and she's now 100 between 18 and 20. It is great work people are doing to better understand the growth and movements of these great fish. I've attached a couple of pics, which we've just shown. When she was caught 2 years ago, growth and movements of these great fish of it, all good. It's been a thrill to be able to help in this tagging program. From Jim Pascoe. Well done, Jim.
Yeah, well done. And Shane.
How good's that?
And Shane for letting him go first up.
Yeah.
Good work.
That is real good. This one here. Hi, David. This was bound to happen. Free boat ramps. It was bound to happen.
Okay.
And it was bound to happen with this mob. I was out fishing from Black Rock boat ramp on Sunday, the 24th of the 11th, with my daughter. I arrived at 5:45 a.m. This is from Brett, and the car park was full, so I had to find somewhere else to park. I parked in a side street off Beach Road in Bayview Crescent, which I have on many occasions in previous years. The Crescent is unsigned and has no restrictions, unlike Beach Road. I get back to my car. Now let's have a look at the photo here. I get back to my car and trailer to find a $99 fine from the Bayside Council, with the offence being stopped long vehicle in built-up area. Never have I heard of such a fine. Can you be fined by the council when there are no parking signs? I don't know. You're not allowed to answer these, by the way, Cam. No, it's not for you.
Chip in wherever you out of mine.
Is this some kind of made-up joke? What a joke. I was parked legally about 130 metres on the left and not blocking any driveways. You can see by the picture, let's put it up again.
Yeah.
There's another car and trailer, and it has a fine on its windscreen. Yeah. You can see that there, that black ute. All the other cars in the street are beachgoers. What's the bloody difference?
Latte drinkers.
Well, they mightn't be latte. They might have been just down there on the beach sunbaking. If I park my car with a work trailer, would I get fined? I think not. But because he has a boat trailer, he gets fined. Bayside Council, I tell you what.
Yeah. Picking on a poor fisherman.
Well, if we had the person in the studio that, you know, is representative of all the people, you know what she'd say? How dare you? That's what she says. So anyway, now that's the end of mailbag. If you'd like to write into Kramer's mailbag, this is what you do.
Send your mail to Kramer's Mailbag, PO Box 734, Patterson Lakes, Victoria 3197, or email kramer@ifish.com.au.
Now, I would be killed. There's I don't know if you've met Charlie from Better Boat in Victoria.
Absolutely.
Charlie would kill me if I didn't mention these couple of things here. Kill me. Charlie's, you know, she can get quite vicious at times, but
what's she?
Can't believe it.
Yeah, Charlie's been on the show.
Oh,
she's
Charlie.
A champion. Yeah, I was only joking, Charlie. Now, if you love fishing and boating on the Bellarine, come along. We've got no slides for this. Come along to the community drop-in event on Saturday, this Saturday, 10 a.m. till 12 noon at Queenscliff. They're having a sausage sizzle. They're going to show the concept designs for Queenscliff boat ramp. You'll be able to have a snag and let Charlie know what you think. Then, if you've been there between 10 and 12, you can drive along to Point Richards, and at Point Richards between 2 and 4 p.m, there's another drop-in session at Point Richards boat ramp to hear what you have to say about the car park designs. They'll actually have some designs there at that. So get along to those two events. And RIL is open for public consultation. So all the plans are up on the internet. Charlie says all you got to do is type in the words into Google, get involved.
Oh, really?
I did it.
That's it?
Yep. You just type get involved and you could probably get all sorts of sites from that. But you know what you get? You know what you get?
Could hardly
You
imagine
get
it.
the online survey from the state government about RIL boat ramp.
Okay.
And you've got till this Friday to make some comments. So if you haven't commented about RIL and you know a bit about RIL and you want to make some comments about the design there, Google get involved. It won't take you anywhere else but the state government's site to get involved and talk about RIL boat ramp.
That's right.
Classic. Charlie's a classic. She's so good.
Make sure the sausage is the first venue, because I might turn up at the next venue.
That's right.
Do you think?
I'll just put it out
In the back of Catherine's car or something? You reckon they'd take sausages from one venue to the next?
Oh, you wouldn't want to waste them, would you?
You wrap them in foil, I guess that'd be all right.
Yeah, fine.
Just a plug for us, we're going to be at those 2 events as well. So if anyone wants
You can't the sausages or something.
absolutely,
Put sauce on it before you leave.
They couldn't taste any worse than the Bunnings ones. Could they?
No.
Sometimes you get ordinary ones at Bunnings. So
don't
they're
get
yelling
one
at
of
us in area. We've got to get onto this.
Okay.
Cam, apart from a great app which is called Boating Vic, we want to talk to you about a couple of points. Kayaks with electric motors. Now, I reckon a long time ago, it seems a long time ago, you guys did a trial around allowing kayaks with electric motors to not be registered and meet all the standards that a normal registered boat would have to meet.
That's right. Yeah.
Where's that at?
Back at it was back in April 2017. I think we went out
that long ago.
a bit before then. We went out to public consultation.
Yep.
And as a result, we've implemented a trial exemption that ran through until I think it was December 2018. That's been extended until June 2020.
Okay.
So it's permitting low output electric powered canoes and kayaks.
Yeah, so you're not allowed to do 40 knots and have a big...
No, correct.
But
and there's some there are some conditions that are attached to that exemption. So there's some safety equipment requirements that are required because it's effectively a powered vessel that enables you to go further than you would under human power. So you need a baler or a bilge pump. You obviously need to wear a life jacket, regardless of what the type of water that you're on. An alternative means of propulsion or paddle, and a means of raising the alarm. Whether that's a PLB. I mean, we encourage people to wear PLBs all the time. Or carry
why
one,
wouldn't you?
If they're battery powered, lithium batteries, is there any sort of conditions on lithium?
No, not.
Have you ever
not
put a
from
lithium
our
battery in water?
No.
You should be.
Not really.
Don't try it.
Only Trelly does these experiments, I tell you. It's a different one every week. All good. Coming up next, hotspots, and we're going to talk some more about, we're going to talk about PFDs, we're going to talk about fishing in the Yarra with Cam next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
G'day, Callan here from Paul Worsling's Tackle World Cranbourne.
Supercharged batteries have been supplying maintenance-free marine batteries since 2001. The Seamaster Gold range is second to none, delivering superior starting power and reserve capacity. No need to top up with water, truly a fit and forget battery. With up to 2 years replacement warranty, you know you have quality. Your battery is your lifeline. Without it, you're dead in the water because it's bloody hard to push start.
I've got a Seamaster battery in my boat.
Make yours a Seamaster Gold today.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And now the segment you've all been waiting for.
Hotspots, brought to you by Seamaster Batteries.
And the all-important hotspots, we'll get through these pretty quick because we've got a lot to talk about, but Clifton Springs is number one. The snapper, Trelly?
Big ones.
Lots of reports through your Geelong store that there are a lot of good snapper around Clifton Springs.
Yeah, and big bait balls too. I think it's quite across the bay, but great big bait balls. They're just
Snapper sitting on them?
hammering them, absolutely hammering them. Yeah.
There you go. We hear from the pilchard netters that there's a lot of pilchards in the bay this year, like just extraordinary amounts. So over the other side of the bay, I reckon the number one spot for snapper is Mornington, 18 metres of water, just fishing sensationally. It's you don't need to go out that far for 18 metres off Mornington, and I reckon the weekend's looking a bit ordinary actually.
Yeah, it is.
Thursday, Friday. You watch how many RDOs occurred this Thursday and Friday. The tradies, there'll be no work. And they'll all
Never
be out.
trust those apps,
People are actually.
Weather.
What's
Well,
that?
jump on our app and you'll be able to find somewhere good.
I'll tell you to have a sickie on Thursday or Friday.
Absolutely.
But Mornington's a good spot. If you head over to Western Port, I tell you what, the middle spit is on fire for King George Whiting. And as I was saying earlier, last weekend we saw more pippies than pilchards. Because the King George Whiting, I mean, they're
going bad.
There's a year class in our systems at the moment that are, they're probably the 3-year-olds that are all nudging 40 centimetres.
Yep.
And people are just getting their bags of 40 centimetre fish.
Yeah.
The netting's gone. It's just sensational.
This new app will take on 3 or 4 trips to the boat ramp.
I'll tell you what, you might be in strife there. All right, the other side of Western Port, Elizabeth Island is a real hotspot at the moment for snapper. People getting out that way, launching at Coronella, real places like that. Just absolutely on fire. Let's head up to the high country in Lake Eildon, Trelly.
Yep.
There's just unbelievable catches of yellow belly coming out of Lake Eildon.
That's right. It's a bit like the snapper. It's come on a little bit late, and then you get those big girls. You bring them up on the soft plastics or a bait, and then you get those 10 or 20 follow
Black
up.
grubs seem to be the go-to.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fishing really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And lucky last, Port Welshpool, there was a big comp down there on the weekend. The amount of snapper brought in and gummies is just on fire down there.
Yeah.
And can I just say, plenty of 20-pounders, genuine 20-pounder fish. So South Australia's snapper fisheries shut down for the next 3 years. The capital of 20-pound snapper in Australia is now Port Welshpool.
Yeah,
the way
one
it
of
is.
our staff there was a comp on there on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of our staff, Shane, went down there and they caught some nice snapper. There was some real big crackers actually. Won the comp there.
There you go. All right, a couple of things I want to talk to you about, Cam. One, you know, I guess I feel a little bit awkward about this one. And when you're going fishing off Queenscliff for calamari, now you guys brought in a rule around, or an area, I guess, where you have to wear a PFD. It's mandatory.
That's right.
And it's a line virtually drawn between the lighthouse at Queenscliff to the Point Nepean end of Point Nepean, I guess. And I guess my argument is that if you're in the shallows 3 to 4 metres of water around that Queenscliff point, you're in very calm water. Yeah, there's strong currents there, but you have to wear a life jacket. And I've been a couple of times, I've gone, I haven't got the life jacket on, you know, and you don't have any intention of going out through the heads, you don't have any intention of going to the rip.
But you're talking any size.
Any vessel, any
well,
up to 12 metres.
Up to 12 metres, you have to wear a life jacket. And I go, I don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I think it is. So it's based on a couple of things, but probably the driver was coronial recommendation coming from a fatality that occurred a few years ago. Yeah. But and you're right. And what you say is, you know, you might not have any intention of heading through the rip. But things go wrong. And I know, you know, and things happen very quickly. That's the most treacherous bit of water, one of the most treacherous bits of water in the world, renowned for that. So what I'd say to that is, I'd much rather people are wearing a life jacket just in case things go wrong than not.
Yeah, obviously you guys have got an obligation if there is a coronial inquest
Absolutely,
and to act on that sort of stuff.
And the waters there are, you know, they can whip up really quickly, as you would probably know. You've spent a lot of time down there.
Yeah, absolutely. The next one that everyone's asking us to ask you is about fishing in the Yarra, and I know you guys went out to consultation on some rule changes the Yarra. And I guess unintended consequences was fishing could have been banned in the Yarra.
Absolutely.
For guys on the kayaks and tinnies.
Yeah. So
where's that at?
Yeah. Look, the proposal that we went out to public consultation on was driven by a need to manage the traffic flow a little bit better, mainly around the rowing activity.
There's a lot of rowing going on, isn't there?
Absolutely, and it's only increasing. As you say, it was an unintended consequence. We you know, I apologised to the VR Fish last week about not consulting them, not targeting them in the first instance. So what we've done is postponed the proposal. We're working with VR Fish and VFA Fisheries and Parks Victoria as the waterway manager there for the Yarra to come up with some solutions. So what we're trying to do is better manage the traffic around bridges and bridge structures, because that's where we've had a number of, you know, nasty incidents.
What, people crashing into the bridges?
Rowers versus, you know, a couple of paddlecraft and a couple of wreck boaters.
When we first heard about this, you shouldn't take us seriously here, but we did put up a suggestion that the rowers face forward.
You're right.
That's right.
Do you reckon?
And they must troll the lure.
Yeah, I know.
And they must troll the lure. Otherwise, it's just a waste of time, really.
We don't expect you to take that on, but anyway.
So nothing's proposed. Nothing's set in stone. We're you know, as I said, we're working with everyone. We're having a look at it. We'll consider you know, the needs of the fishers. To be honest, we didn't realise it was such a big issue. It's
very good bream and very good mulloway fishing. As you saw that mulloway photo before, it's there's a lot of them hanging around those bridge pylons, and it's a good fishery.
Do people eat them from the Yarra?
I reckon some do, but I think most. No, most people put them back. I reckon. No, mulloway that size, they go, this is a trophy fish and should be you know, deserved of living and maybe someone else catching it. So I wouldn't have thought a lot.
And good cameras nowadays too.
Get your shot.
Yeah, you get a good shot. It's like as good as put a fish on the wall or take it.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Cam, can I congratulate you guys on the boating Vic app? I mean, it's like we said earlier in the show, 5 years in the making, a lot of great work Matt and Liberty have done a lot of great work, and we should acknowledge
Absolutely,
them. But it's big. Where do you think it'll go? You know, you want every boater to have it.
We want every boater to have it and use it religiously. We want it to be the number one tool that they use in preparing for their trip and also, as I said, using it while they're out there on the water. And as I said, I really think it'll help open up some doors to some waterways that people don't even know exist in the state.
Great for planning your trip. It's not just an app too; it is also a website.
It is a website,
so you can Google, I guess, boating Vic, and you'll get to it quite easily. But Androids and Apple iPhones, you can get it, you can use it. It's there now, and if you see something missing, I've got to say, please contribute. You know, there are some photos missing. You might see a little bit of information like, you know, one of the ramps says there's no lighting and there is lighting. Just there's a very easy way to give you guys feedback. And
we're craving feedback. So good, bad, and otherwise.
So don't go saying, oh, they missed this. Go, hey, I got the chance to input into this and make this a bigger and better thing. So thanks heaps for coming in, Cam.
No worries, thanks for having me.
Really appreciate that. That's it for Talking Fishing. We hope you enjoyed the show. Some reasonable weather, like I said, for snapper fishing later this week, but I think it's going pear-shaped on the weekend. We hope you get out and get a feed in the next couple of days, but until we see you again next Tuesday on Talking Fishing, please stay safe on the water and enjoy your fishing.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing. We got all you need, just take a look. Watch those fish jump on your hook. So just relax and take your time. Enjoy the show, then drop us a line. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing. Talking fishing.
Have a good weekend, Mr. Walker.
You too, son.